was really noisy in the building. We couldn't find a really good routine. I was reading the book, so maybe it sparked some kind of anxiety for sleeping, or I don't know. But that's where I realized like how important sleep and routine and structure is in your life. No matter if you're traveling or sitting at home, if you don't have this routine, it's gonna kill your mood. It's gonna, and since you're in a bad mood the whole day, it's gonna lower the quality of your life. You're not gonna be the enthusiastic and positive person you can be towards your girlfriend and friends and whatever. So it really lowers the quality of your life. You're going to be less productive. You're going to be less happy in general, all because of just a couple of routine things in your life, like sleep. So that's where I realized, like, yeah, no matter where we travel, no matter if we come back home, always need to have some form of structure to at least have a baseline, like good sleep, working out, and doing work. If I can nail those three things, I'm happy. And all the other things like meditating, journaling, cold showers, whatever, all cool as a bonus to make it even more special and more productive and whatever. But I learned there's a couple of key things I always need to put in the time and energy to have those set in place. That was a big one. Uh,
No, I
yeah,
so it's so fascinating to me because I feel the same way about structure, but sometimes I go to the other end of the spectrum where it's like, oh, my morning routine, I have to nail it. And then I'm like, oh, I should do an ice bath in the morning. Oh, I should meditate in the morning too. Oh, I should do this in the morning. I should journal. I should do all these things. And then if I do my whole morning routine, it's like 10 o'clock already. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
could have
You haven't
spent.
done any
And
work.
and so I think that's, to me, that's like such a, just like you were talking about getting the balance, the work and the enjoyment right. I think getting the balance of your routine right is really important too. Like, what are the essential
Yeah,
things? Like, what exactly do you need to be as functional as possible? And don't be too rigid with yourself because, um, that's a slippery slope on either side. I feel like
yeah,
a big, outside looking in, a big lesson you learned on this trip is sort of that idea of moderation, right? And
yeah.
being able to find that balance. We
Exactly.
described, I personally don't think that there is such thing as balance in life. Like it at any one point in time, everything in your life is not going to be balanced, like in the short term. But
Yeah,
over
exactly.
time, you find balance between these things. Like I have to work really hard for 1 week, but over a month, do I really work that hard? Not that much. So
Really
to
good
me,
point.
that's such a cool concept. And I also I chuckle because you know the pressure that you put on yourself that you were describing, it's all self-imposed, right? I was making 3 videos a week at one point in time, and I was like, my audience needs this, like they want to see this, whatever it is. And then I ran a poll, and like nobody cared that I was making 3 videos a week, right? They
Yeah,
care that the content is good. They don't necessarily care if I'm super consistent. They don't necessarily care if um, I'm like killing myself every week to put these things out. They care about, hey, when he posts a video, it's interesting and I watch it. And
exactly.
that's, I guess, one way that I've used data to actually to improve my mental health in some sense rather than the other way around.